My family, the late Queen wanted Prince Harry's security to continue. A letter has revealed in court. To me, it is becoming increasingly clear that during the Queen's final years, before she passed away, that someone else was in charge. And it wasn't the Queen. Someone else was giving orders, and it wasn't the Queen. And my family, that only leaves Charles and also Prince William. That only leaves Charles and Prince William. My family, it is worth noting that when Harry and Meghan were being stripped of their security, Prince Harry made a phone call to Charles, not to the Queen, to Charles. Why? At the time, the Queen was the monarch, not Charles, but Harry made a phone call to Charles. And then, right then and there, when he was trying to reach Charles, and Charles was not taking Harry's phone call because he knew what Harry was calling for, he knew that Harry, Meghan, and Archie were being stripped of their security. Charles knew what was happening right then and there. Harry tells us he got a text from who? From Prince William. Those two, William and Charles, which shows me that indeed these two, they were the ones who my family were making the decisions pertaining to Harry and Meghan's fate. My family, let me go right ahead and read you what went on my family in court. The late Queen considered it imperative that Prince Harry and Meghan kept effective security after stepping back as senior members of the royal family. Court documents have revealed. My family, let me go and ask those so-called royalists who accuse Harry and Meghan of somehow disobeying the Queen, of basically not being loyal to the Queen. My family, were Charles and William, were they being loyal to the Queen when they disobeyed her orders? You know? Clearly, they were disrespecting the Queen. I mean, Charles. The Queen issued a statement months before she passed away, saying, and I quote, in the fullness of time, that Camilla will become the Queen consort. That is what the Queen's statement said. And then after the Queen passed away, my family, guess what? Camilla was not called the Queen consort. She was called Queen Camilla. She is now styled as Queen Camilla, not Queen consort Camilla. Where are the supposed royalists? Where are they to tell Charles, William, to call them out for not honoring the Queen's wishes? Where are they? Clearly, my family, they didn't respect the Queen. They did not respect her orders. And during the Queen's final years, my family, it is becoming increasingly clear to me that she was not in charge. She was not in charge. My family, you know, whenever I post a comment on X, formerly called Twitter, and I say, you know what? The fact is, if King Charles and William wanted Harry to have security, Harry would have security. Whenever I post that comment, trolls flock into my comment section and they say, you know what? When Harry and Meghan were stripped of the security, it was the Queen who was the monarch at the time. So it is the Queen's fault. It was her decision. For my family, clearly, from what you're learning, the Queen's decision was that it is imperative, those are the words used, imperative, that Prince Harry and Meghan kept effective security. Imperative, necessary. My family, clearly, her heirs, Charles and William, disobeyed the Queen's orders. Now, my family, the Queen's most senior AD, Sir Edward Young, told her Home Office committee that keeping Harry and Meghan safe was of paramount importance to Her Majesty and her family, as he put forward a case for their continuing security. A letter has revealed. My family. So the Queen was trying to ensure that Harry and Meghan kept their security. You know? The Queen was trying to ensure that Harry and Meghan were protected. And my family, now that I look back at time, you know, at what has gone down, what has happened in the past, I remember when Harry and Meghan and their kids, Archie and Lilibet, went back to the UK for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee before she passed away. My family, basically, Harry and Meghan were given, provided security by the Queen. By the Queen. Harry and Meghan were provided and given security by the Queen. And that's why they were able to go to the UK for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, because they were given security by the Queen, my family, for their visit. And my family, King Charles himself, now that he's the monarch, he's like, yesterday, I told you about how Charles is saying, you know what, I miss my grandkids. I'm going to move mountains to basically be close to my grandkids, to be close to Archie and also Lilibet, then my family. And I said, that's all nonsense. That's all just a bunch of nonsense. We have found out that even if Prince Harry went to King Charles' coronation, even despite him giving a 28-day notice, still Harry wasn't provided with adequate, effective security. My family, he wasn't. When I thought he was, he was, my family, given security. But from the court documents, it appears that my family, he wasn't given effective security, my family. He was not given. He wasn't protected. And to think that when he left and went back home to California, UK media was so angry. Why couldn't he just stay longer and miss his son's birthday? Even some were calling for him to postpone his own son's birthday. Time and time again, we keep seeing all experts get angry whenever Harry shows them, no matter what he does, he always pick Meghan Ashley. But even when Harry was coming to court to be cross-examined for his court case against the Mirror, Harry was expected in court on Tuesday. However, the media wanted him there on Monday. And Harry's lawyers, they say, you know what? Prince Harry was attending his daughter's birthday. However, he'll be here on Tuesday. UK media was so angry. They were like, why couldn't you postpone your daughter's birthday? She wouldn't know. She wouldn't notice, but Harry and Meghan would notice. So my family, every single time Harry shows them that he always prioritizes Meghan at Lilibet, it angers the racist UK media who have been trying so hard to separate Harry from his wife and kids. It angers them. You know? And my family, I'm proud of the man that Harry is, a man who loves his family, a man who cares for his family. Truly, he is a honorable, amazing individual, a man with a very good heart. That's who Harry has always been and will always be, a man with a good heart. And may he always be like that, a man with a good heart who respects his wife and kids always and forever. So my family, clearly someone here disobeyed the Queen's orders. I wasn't Harry and Meghan, like how UK media would want you and I to believe. Clearly, it was the Queen's heirs, Charles, William. In my family, you won't have front page headlines saying Charles disrespected the Queen. However, you will see those headlines written targeting Harry and Meghan, lying that they have disrespected the Queen. When my family, they have not. The ones who clearly disobeyed the Queen's orders, my family were the heirs to the throne. Charles and William were the only ones who my family had the power to basically call for the Queen's orders to be disobeyed. And clearly my family, they knew, her close aides knew that the Queen was ill, that the Queen was not well. So my family, staff members, basically would follow Charles' orders as the next monarch, would follow William's orders as the next, monarch after Charles. That is what has been happening for a long time. And that's why I keep saying this. If Charles and William wanted for Harry to have security in my family, Harry would have security. Even Harry, in his memoir spare, when Charles would not take his son's phone call, Harry said he got a text from William and he believed that William would step up, that William would help. My family, Harry, has been in the royal family for a long time. He knows how things work there. He knows how things operate there. And he knew if William said something, anything, my family, he and Meghan would get security. But my family, he did not. He did not. And my family, now we know why. Now we know why. Because Harry, in his legal documents, had named Prince William's AD, Christian Jones, as someone whose partner was taking payments to brief against Meghan. And my family, we all know what happened later on in my family. Harry was threatened to remove the name of William's AD, even by Charles' friend, the Lord Chamberlain, who threatened Harry that if you don't remove the name of William's AD from your legal documents, in 24 hours, you're going to face repercussions. Harry still said, you know what? I'm not removing the name of this person. And my family, there has been this debate of why did the firm choose, a staff member, William's AD, over an actual member of the royal family. And I've told you this before. The firm chose William because my family, if that person was made to go to court, everything he did to sabotage Harry and Meghan, my family, it would have led up to Prince William. And the firm did not want that. Remember, even from the Byline Times exclusive, they said the heirs and their wives were to be protected. However, the spare and his wife were viewed as being expendable by the firm, by senior members of the royal family, William, Charles, Kate, Camilla. My family, Harry and Meghan, truly were forced to flee. They were forced to flee, my family. They were forced to flee. And my family, basically, here is what also we are being told, my family. Sir Edward Young, Harry had said that he had tensions with, wrote to Sir Mark Sedwill, the then Cabinet Secretary, after the Sandringham Summit of January 2020, to explain what had been decided by the late Queen and her grandson. And the letter included in newly published court documents reveals how Sir Edward, writing on behalf of the palace in his role as the late Queen's private secretary, made the case for Harry and Meghan's continued effective security as they step back as senior members of the royal family. It invokes the memory of Diana, Princess of Wales, and talks of the threats that Harry and Meghan face from extremists, my family. However, basically, this message of, for example, Harry wanting to pay for his own security wasn't passed to Ravek. And my family, somebody here disobeyed the Queen's orders. My family. And clearly, we know who they were acting on behalf. Clearly, my family, it was Charles. And Charles has never ever cared about Meghan or Archie or Lilibet. He has never ever cared about Harry's biracial family. Never cared about them. Never ever cared about them even one bit. You know? So my family, basically, I'll read you more on what basically my family, the letter said. My family, some parts of that letter. And I quote, "You will understand well that ensuring that Prince Harry and Meghan remain safe is of paramount importance to Her Majesty and her family. Given Prince Harry's public profile, by virtue of being born into the royal family, his military service, and the Duchess' own independent profile, and the well-documented history of targeting of Harry and Meghan's family by extremists, it is imperative that the family continues to be provided with effective security. It is imperative that the family continues to be provided with effective security. My family, it is imperative that the family continues to be provided with effective security. And of course, the family is mindful of tragic incidents of the past and the discussions to date, including with the former chairman of Ravek, have been useful in making sure that the parameters of the Ravek process are well understood. Of course, Her Majesty and her family recognize that these are independent processes, and decisions about provision of publicly funded security are for the UK government, Government of Canada, and any other host government. And the letter did not refer to the Sandringham offer. You know? Her Majesty may, from time to time, invite Harry and Meghan to attend national royal occasions in their private capacity. And Her Majesty is likely to invite Prince Harry and Meghan to participate in family events, in keeping with other non-working members of the family. So my family, my point has always been Prince Harry and Meghan deserve security for many reasons. Number one, first of all, because Harry was born into the royal family, into the royal family. Harry was born into the royal family. Secondly, because of the ongoing hate campaign by the media targeting Harry and Meghan deserve to have security. Thirdly, because of the extremists who some of them have been jailed for issuing threats towards Harry, Meghan, and even Archie, which has been well documented in the family. Online, just go and Google, even Harry or even Archie also. Basically, some extremists have been jailed for threatening Harry and Meghan's son Archie. And it's so sad that also we learn that Charles and Kim Milton had conversations expressing concerns about Archie's skin color. It is so sad. It is so sad to find out even them, they are basically being racist towards Harry and Meghan's unborn child at the time of family. It was so sad to hear that. So sad. So my family, we can all see with our own two eyes that my family, indeed, the Queen's orders were disobeyed. Were fully disobeyed by the palace, by senior members of the royal family. Why didn't Edward Young communicate that Harry wanted to pay for his own security to Ravek? Why didn't he do that? Why? My family, and also I'm told that Edward Young also has been rewarded by Charles. My family. Now, why would Charles reward Edward Young? Why? Why would Charles reward him with some kind of, position of my family in the royal family? With some kind of position in the royal family? Why? In my family, just a few months ago, my family, we were told that Sir Edward Young, just a few months ago, back in August, that he was being rewarded, honored by the king, and appointed to be the king's permanent lord in waiting. I keep saying, during the Queen's final years, someone else was in charge. And my family, the person is showing you his face, exactly just who was in charge. It was Charles. My family was in charge. It was Charles who was in charge. It was him. He's the guy who was fully in charge in the royal family. Fully in charge. It was Charles. And my family, it's so sad to see how a father, even a grandfather really, doesn't care about his own son or even his own son's children. It is so sad to see what my family we keep on seeing time and time again. And how people, my family, Harry has said he had tensions with, my family are being honored. How they're being honored. Prince William honored just enough. The person who issued a statement against Meghan in court was honored by Prince William. My family, they call Harry and Meghan the traitors. I feel like one reason why senior members of the royal family are angry is because they haven't succeeded in destroying Harry and Meghan's, marriage, in destroying Harry and Meghan's reputations. I feel like that's why they're angry. And my family are showing you that they're the ones who have been behind, plotting, sabotaging Harry and Meghan. They're showing you that by giving rewards to people who have caused Harry and Meghan pain. There's no way you do that if they weren't acting on your behalf. My family, the reason why Charles people even threatened Prince Harry was to cover and protect William, was to cover for him. Because my family, all roads of what Christian Jones did, how his partner taking money to brief against Meghan Markle, it was done to sabotage Meghan Markle with the full approval of Prince William. The people who were being put around Harry and Meghan were put there to destroy them, were placed around Harry and Meghan to destroy them. Not to protect Harry and Meghan, to destroy them. And the anger from senior members of the royal family is that my family, they haven't succeeded in destroying Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And my family also, there is something from Harry's memoir spare also that I want you to hear, my family, of what Harry said. Also, what is clear is that courtiers and senior members of the royal family did not want Harry to be anywhere around the late Queen Elizabeth family before she passed away, that is, before she passed away. My family, hear this, and I quote, Meg had gone back to Canada to be with Archie, so I was on my own for this summit. I got there early, hoping to have a quick chat with Granny. Harry says he got there early, hoping to have a quick chat with Granny, and that she was sitting on a bench before the fireplace. And I sat down beside her, and I saw the wasp react with alarm. My family. Now the wasp, my family, his nickname, my family, his real name is Sir Clive Alderton. My family was Charles' private secretary at the time. Family was Charles' private secretary at the time. And Harry says the wasp reacted with alarm. I'm quoting Harry's words. He went buzzing off and moments later returned with Pa, who sat beside me. And right after him came Willie, who looked at me as if he planned to murder me. Hello, Harold. He sat across from me. Separate entities indeed. So my family, Harry tells us that the moment he sat by the Queen's side, when he was alone with the Queen, my family, Charles' private secretary, reacted with alarm and went buzzing off to Charles. And Charles came moments later. They did not want Harry around the Queen. And my family, from what we're learning in court, really, the Queen wanted for Harry to be protected. And from what has happened, I can see Charles did not want for Harry or Meghan or Archie to be protected because he doesn't care about them. He doesn't. Charles only ever cared for Harry for as long as he could use Harry for his own personal PR needs to get good press for himself. He only cared for Harry for as long as he could use Harry. When my family here has seen he can't use Harry anymore, look at how Charles has discarded him. Look, my family, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad because I know how Harry loves his father. But clearly, my family, his actions tell us something different. his actions tell us something very much different. Charles' actions tell us, a different story, And my family, it's so sad how, a father doesn't care about his own son's safety. It is so sad. And my family, which also got me remembering this, that when Diana passed away, the public was so angry at Charles because of causing Diana so much pain and suffering. In my family, Harry and William were made to walk right by Charles' side, behind the late Diana's coffin. My family. The royal family used Prince Harry and William to score themselves some sympathy, to earn themselves some sympathy. In fact, also my family, some royal experts have said the reason as to why Prince Harry and William and Charles were put right close to each other is because, my family, the palace feared the public would throw things at Charles. And because of that fear, they put Harry and William there and they made them walk behind their mother's coffin to get some sympathy from the public, and also to ensure that the public won't throw things at Charles, knowing fully well that William and Harry were there behind their mother's coffin. Charles used Harry to get himself some sympathy. And then, my family, because he needed to rehabilitate his own image after Diana passed away, he then used his sons. He then briefed against his sons. The tabloids wanted access to Harry and William. And Charles was the one who could give it, my family, because he was their father. He could give them access. In exchange, Charles got good press for himself. Our family, it is worth noting that is the same thing UK media are asking for Harry to do. A couple of months ago, I read you an article saying that if Harry would give the media access to his kids, then my family, he would gain some favor with the press. They want Harry to do the same thing that was done to him by Charles, to be that kind of a father. And that's why they're so angry when Harry keeps showing them that he is a responsible father. Right after King Charles' coronation family, Harry went straight back home to California to spend the rest of the day with his son. Prince Harry, his lawyers told the court, you know what? My client was attending his daughter's birthday. UK media angry because time and time again, Harry shows them he isn't that kind of a father, that he is a responsible father who won't feed his kids to the wolves just so he can get good press, just so the media can write positive articles about him. He is different. Meghan also, she said in the Car magazine interview, and I quote, "Why would I give a photo of my son to those calling him the N-word rather than share a photo of my son with those who actually love him? A mother's love, a father's love. You know that Archie and Libet are loved. You know that. And UK media don't like that. Don't like that even one bit. My family, for me, I'm happy for Archie and Libet because they have amazing parents, my family. They have amazing parents and that they are loved. So my family, you don't need to be a genius to know who was in charge after the Queen passed away. Even before really the Queen passed away, really. You don't need to be a genius to find out or discover exactly who was in charge during the Queen's final years. My family. It is the person, my family, could not even want Prince Harry to be anywhere around the Queen. Charles, William. They were the ones my family were in charge. And they're the ones who ensured that Harry and Meghan lost and was stripped of their security in my family. My family from the Byline Times exclusive. We learn, my family, actually, many, many things. And also, just a few days ago, we learned that someone close to Charles, the Lord Chamberlain, he was the one who threatened Prince Harry with serious repercussions, consequences, if he did not remove William's AD from his legal documents. My family, Charles' friend, you know, covering for Prince William, covering for the heir. My family, it's also bad what, UK media have done to Harry and Meghan. It's so bad what they've done to Harry and Meghan. It's also even worse, really, of how Harry's extended family, from William to Charles, were clearly the ones who are, endangering the lives of Harry, Meghan, and Archie. It's so sad what they've done. And my family, all I can say is that, Harry and Meghan have gone through a lot. They've been through so much. And I hope that what they've been through always makes them stronger together as a couple. And that they never allow anyone to destroy their family. And also the fact that they should never ever trust Charles or William or Kate or Camilla. Never ever trust them. Never ever trust them. Never ever make the mistake of trusting them. So my family, that is what I can say. Now you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed, my family, on how Charles William disobeyed the Queen's orders. I want to hear your opinion, my family, on that. And what my family will keep on learning time and time again. I want to hear your opinion, my family, on what we keep on learning about the cruelty of the farm and the pain they've caused Harry and Meghan. I want to hear your opinion, my family, on that. My family, with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lily, Dana, and Doria, Wagland, and all of you members of the squad at home. Hate never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love is awesome forever, and may God bless you all, my family. May God bless each and every single one of you. Stay tuned to our next video. Love is awesome forever. Hate never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Harry and Meghan, stay strong. You are being proven right. Do you see why it's so important, really, to have, for Harry's court case and family to continue? Do you see why it's so important that Harry has all this on record? It shows just how much the Queen's orders were disobeyed. And that Harry and Meghan were right, really. They were very much right, my family. And we stand with them. We support them, we love them, and we'll always be by Harry and Meghan's side. They are on the side of God. They are on the right side. And my family, may God bless and protect Harry and Meghan. May God bless and protect Harry and Meghan and their kids, and always keep them safe. In Jesus' name, amen. You don't need to be a genius to find out or discover exactly who was in charge during the Queen's final years. My family. It is the person, my family, could not even want Prince Harry to be anywhere around the Queen. Charles, William, they were the ones my family were in charge. And they're the ones who ensured that Harry and Meghan lost and was stripped of their security in my family. My family from the Byline Times exclusive. We learn, my family, actually, many, many things. And also, just a few days ago, we learned that someone close to Charles, the Lord Chamberlain, he was the one who threatened Prince Harry with removal of his security if... Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.